live on Facebook.
How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Nemato, nemato, manahim shaverachim gam yachad. Nemato, manahim shaverachim gam yachad. Welcome, everyone, to the Jumpspark Camp Style Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Noah DeYoung, and alongside me, my friend Hunter Siegel. We put together this service, I guess, as a final Shabbat Shalom for summer and camp. Yeah, and that was a good little wrap up for the summer, even if it's a little unusual. And I hope you enjoy. And I encourage you to stand when it's your custom, but if not, I can stand on your behalf throughout the service if you're not in a position to be able to. Enjoy the service. And from that, we are going to go first the candle lighting and kiddush from Miss Kelly Cohen.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Cohen. I'm the director of Jumpspark, and I am so excited that Noah and Hunter came to us with this idea and pulled together all of the amazing teens that you're going to hear from tonight. As Noah mentioned, this Shabbat is the kind of almost the end of our summer, and it's been a summer unlike any other. And in difficult times, it is even more important to recognize the light and the sweetness in our lives. So with that intention, I will go ahead and light the Shabbat candles and say Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Shabbat shalom.
Yalalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam, shamor v'zachor, v'ribor echad. He's me'anu amayuchan, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, v'shemu tiferet v'lehilah, yalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam, l'krat Shabbat, l'chu v'nelchan, Rosh mikadem v'nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'masha v'echila, yalalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam, hitorei, kivarei, umiuri, shir daveri, kivod Adonai, leilach nigah, yalalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam. Please rise if you are able. We're not playing the guitar. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam berina, u'salam, toch emunei, am segulam, boi chalai, boi chalai, yalalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam, yalalai l'chadodi, yalalai l'krat kalam, yalalai penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekavelam. Now, please rise if you are able and join us in the Baruch Hu. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada-dai-dai-dai, 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Elei OlamVad, Elei Olam Vad.
Hi, I'm Nicole Freisch. I go to URJ Camp Coleman in the summers. I went for 5 years as a camper. And I thought I would share a journal entry from my last summer at camp with you guys. Picture this. You just finished day 2 of your last macabia. After an unbelievably exciting and sweaty rope burn, you take a shower in your favorite shower, probably like 7 whole minutes. Then you recall your day in the counselor-issued construction paper notebook, which holds 3.5 weeks worth of memories. Without noticing, you've written your longest entry. While reflecting on the day, you braid your wet hair and slip into your sleeping bag, which you perfectly folded in order to win Nikion for the first time. Nikion is our cleaning contest. You're happy, clean, and getting a whiff of pita from Scouts in your bunched up blanket. Hold this feeling tight. The moment will get away, but you can keep it in your heart forever. While this isn't my most exciting camp memory, it's one of my favorites. It's one that I can look back on and instantly feel the peace and joy I get from camp. That's why camp is so important to me. It provides me with warmth in my life throughout the year, with unforgettable memories and lasting friendships. Please join us in the Mari of Arabim.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll please join us in the Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Amit Yisrael, Amcha Ata, Torah to Mitzvot, Chukim Mishpatim, Otanu Lemadeta. Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, Amit Yisrael, Amcha Ata, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat olam, ahavat olam, ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ata, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim mishpatim, otanu lemadeta. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ata, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim mishpatim, otanu lemadeta.
Hi, my name is Lila Presser, and I go to 6 Points in Asheville, North Carolina. So as an upper Socorro camper at 6 Points, being captain during Maccabia is something one looks forward to during their stay in Kfar Saba, the oldest girls' cabin. It was my last year as a camper, and my friend Linny and I had yet to be captains, and we hoped this year it would be our turn. And on June 25th, this became a reality. Throughout the day, we competed in our individual sports, and then after dinner, we finished the day with an Apache relay. Every camper gets assigned a task, and all throughout campus, we have a huge relay. At the very end, the four captains make half-court shots, and whoever makes the first shot wins. I remember my heart racing as we see the runners come into the gym, and it is almost our turn. The blue team was already ahead, and they started shooting before we did. I remember it felt like 2 minutes, and the blue team started shouting. My best friend Linny had made it. However, I didn't go back to the yellow team and sulk. I ran to my best friend and gave her a hug. And that's my favorite camp memory, being able to care about someone as much as at a place I love, surrounded by those who make me feel loved. Please join us in the Shema.
Hey, la 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 la. Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. la 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 And now we transition to Michamocha. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Michamocha. Michamocha v'elim Adonai. Michamocha nehedar b'kodesh. Torah tehilo dohosei fela. Torah tehilo dohosei fela.
Camp Barney Meadows. Did I turn my camera? No. There we go. Camp Barney Meadows, the Superior, Georgia Jewish camp, has become my second home over the past 9 years. From chanting at the top of our lungs in the dining hall to long nights around the fire, when I'm at camp surrounded by my friends, I'm at my best. When I was 15, my unit had a love affair with Owl City. During lunch, whenever firefighters would play, we would get up and go crazy, lifting brooms, people, and benches. In the midst of this chaos, I felt at home, and my unit was my family.
Please join us in the Hashki Venu. Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu. That's Shomreinu. L'chaim. Spread the shelter. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Now guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Save us.
Hi, my name is Carly Spandorfer, and I've attended Camp Judea for 9 years. At Camp Judea, they assign each camper in the oldest and youngest age groups a BO. The B in this stands for Bogrim, which is the camp's oldest age group. The O in this stands for Opharim, one of the camp's youngest age groups. Basically, we're like big and little siblings at camp. The campers in Bogrim help guide their Opharim partners throughout camp and serve as an older sibling to help them settle in. The older campers check in on their BOs frequently and hang out with them whenever they get the chance. When I was in Opharim, I remember being woken up in the middle of the night by a cool older girl who gave me candy and brought me to a bonfire with the rest of our age groups. There, we made s'mores, learned songs, and got to know one another. We found out that the next day we got to go bowling, and it was so much fun. A few years later, my BO returned to camp as a counselor, and we always had a special bond. Before I knew it, I was that older girl going to wake up my Opharim campers in order to meet them and bring them to a bonfire. The next day, we went bowling, and my older BO was there from when I was a young camper. It was so cool to have 3 generations of BOs, and I can't wait to be older when my partner gets a younger BO. This tradition has created some of my favorite memories at Camp Judea. Please join us in the Vesham room.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובן, בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Now I turn it over to Noah.
For this Amidah, we're going to do a silent Amidah. So after Hunter beautifully sings for us Adonai Sifatai, feel free to recite the Amidah in your head, and I will stand for you if needed.
Has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the tree and joy in the world. Shabbat has arrived in the world. A scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day. Eternity utters a day. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Uvli Yagitehi Latefa. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Uvli Yagitehi
Before we begin our prayer for healing, I encourage that for anyone who currently has a loved one or a family member who is in need of healing, please put their name in the chat so we can pray for them together as a community. We will now partake in silent prayer. Think of what you are thankful for and what you can be thankful for during these times.
Yehiyu leratoni mefi vehikoni bi lefanecha. Yehiyu leratoni mefi vehikoni bi lefanecha. Adonai turi, Adonai turi, Adonai turi vegoali. Adonai turi, Adonai turi, Adonai turi vegoali. Yehiyu leratoni mefi vehikoni bi lefanecha. Yehiyu leratoni mefi vehikoni bi lefanecha. Adonai turi, Adonai turi, Adonai turi vegoali. Adonai turi, Adonai turi, Adonai turi vegoali.
Hi, my name is Hope Lindner, and I go to Camp Ramah Rome in Clayton, Georgia. And I had a lot of trouble deciding on my camp memory because I went to camp for 9 years, which is nearly a decade of memories. But eventually I decided on my last Yom Sport. I was a first session camper, and the most exciting part about first session was Yom Sport, which is Maccabia, Color War, whatever else you want to call it. And the best part about it was that the oldest Ada or unit, Gesher, they were the people who planned it. And it was so special because they put in so much effort into it. They spent the whole month planning it. And half the fun as a kid was trying to figure out what the theme was and when it was going to be. And then when I got to be in Gesher, half the fun was keeping it away from everyone else. And when it finally came to the day of, I actually ended up being really, really sick. And I was drinking tea all day. I had no voice, and I was chasing around a bunch of 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. And I remember being at closing ceremonies that day, and when we found out who the winner was, which just happened to be my team, I remember breaking down sobbing and celebrating with my teammates and my co-captains and everyone else in my ADA, because we had just planned an entire day for the entire camp, and it just was an amazing feeling. Please join us for Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom ben Romav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom ben Romav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom ben Romav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ya'aseh Shalom. Say shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Say shalom ben Romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom ben Romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom ben Romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and last summer I went to URJ Coots Camp, which was in Warwick, New York. And my time at Coots provided me with many things. It provided me with friendships that will last forever, memories I will never forget, and most importantly, an environment to learn so many life lessons. And I want to take this time now to share with you all some of my favorite lessons I learned at Coots. Lesson 1. Every person you meet along the way is the most important person in the world to someone. Sometimes they know it, sometimes they don't. Each person should be treated with the highest levels of respect and worth always. You never know when the next person you meet along the way may become the most important person in the world to you. Lesson 2. Titles aren't everything. A leader without a title has far more value than a person with a title, without the ability to lead. Lesson 3. Believe in yourself. You are here for a reason. Lesson 4. Life has infinite value. Take time every day to identify the people, places, interactions, or things you are grateful for. It just makes life a little bit sweeter. And lesson 5. Being a part of something special doesn't make you special. Something is special because you are a part of it. Please join us for Aleinu.
This one's a repeat after me tune. So, how about everybody just repeats after me into their microphone? How's that sound? Okay.
Before we begin the mourner's Kaddish, if anyone watching is mourning the loss of a loved one or commemorating a yard site, I invite you to please put the name of that person in the chat so we may pray for them together. Please rise for the mourner's Kaddish. Yikgadal vit kadash shemei rabba, be'omad divrach hirotev them leaf malchute, mehayehon ufyumechon ufhaye decho beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman karim v'imru amen. Yehe Sheme Rabba Mivarach Leolamu Meo Maya. Yitbarach Vishtabach Vipa Ar Vit Ramam Vit Nase. Vita Dar Vita Le Vita Lal Sheme de Kudashab Rihu. Le Elam Min Ko Birchata Vishirata. Tushvachata Venehemata. Damira Beoma Vimru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya. Behaim Elena Ve'akol Yisrael Vimru Amen. O Se Shalom Bimru Mav. Uya Ase Shalom Alenu. Ve'akol Yisrael Vimru Amen.
Now please join us in our closing song, Lean On Me. It's the classic camp tune. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can carry, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load. If you just call me, you just call on a brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So call me.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful night and the rest of your Shabbat. Just thank you again.